Another option to tackle the opioid crisis is to invest in more research on alternative pain therapies, including physical therapy and new drugs that don't have abuse potential. Medical marijuana might also be a viable alternative, but the truth is we just don't know. 23 states have enacted laws permitting the use of marijuana for medicinal purposes, which means it is being prescribed for pain right now, today. But serious research on the potential benefits and drawbacks of medical marijuana is largely blocked by outdated federal laws and policies. I have sent multiple letters to HHS, to DEA, to ONDCP, asking that they reduce these barriers, but so far, these agencies have taken virtually no action to expand research opportunities. I also recently asked the CDC to step up with more information about how legalized medical marijuana might specifically impact the opioid epidemic. Dr. Diaz, if I could just ask you very quickly, could you just explain how we could benefit from better research on the health effects of medical marijuana?
So that's a great question, and thank you, Senator. The real answer is that we don't know. So the medical marijuana states, Maine is one of them, have allowed the use because there are gaps in what we can provide already in the current armamentarium. The opiate epidemic has shown that there is no free lunch, that every medication has a toxic side effect depending on the dose, and that we've well identified that opiates meet the criteria for being very dangerous. Marijuana is not without its side effects. We all know that. I don't use medical marijuana, so I can say this without having bias. But we don't know whether or not that would be a better alternative for many conditions, including that of chronic pain. So I think all research, whether it be acupuncture, acupressure, other modalities and or medications that perhaps have less serious side effects should be investigated so we have a good answer. Right now, the critical evidence on this is unknown.
Thank you, Dr. Diaz, and I'm out of time, but if I could ask you just very quickly, Dr. Mackey, do you agree with this?
Short answer is yes. I would take it just one step further and say, I'm speaking here personally, that on behalf of several professional medical associations, we have called multiple times for the FDA rescheduling to Schedule 2. Right now with the Schedule 1 of it, it makes it very challenging to research marijuana. Some colleagues up the road at UCSF did one several years ago. The marijuana cigarettes were delivered in a Brinks armored truck with guys carrying M16s.
Oh my gosh.
That's kind of silly. Get it as a Schedule 2, allow, fund NIDA, let them do the research that we desperately need. And I would agree with the CDC. We're running this incredible social experiment throughout this country, and we need to better understand the results of that social experiment. I say that not pro or con, but just we're doing it. Let's monitor what is happening and find out, is medical marijuana having an impact?
Right.
And then just to follow on, we absolutely need to be using other non-pharmacologic means, pain psychology, physical therapy, complementary alternative medicine approaches have all been shown to be effective.
Thank you. You know, many states are expanding access to medical marijuana, and in some circumstances, marijuana may provide safer, more effective pain relief than opioids, or it may not. But the problem is, without better research, we just don't know, and we never will know. So whatever you think of the merits of this therapy, it is irresponsible not to study the science. We cannot be afraid of conducting basic medical research. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.